from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? Know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. Can I live?
American KKK, land of the good, smokers, home of the slaves, and I'm just trying to be great. Tell me, how can I live with this drama every day? I'm a light, I'm a beam in this darkness. It seems that real life is a nightmare. Can I live my dreams on this earth? Since I was young, I realized I had a destiny bigger than the fiction that's disguised what was best for me. Better than the hate and all the lies that beat the death of me. As of late, since we've been hypnotized since elementary, thought it was my skin, but studied something that was new to me. They hate me because of what my ancient ancestors used to be. Healers, teachers, deities, not all of them were kings and queens. Our nature was natural, not supernatural. Now they call it magic and voodoo, that shit ain't practical. All the roots connected, always wanna learn about your know. Don't let the shit go over your head. Same snakes up in the garden, but the skin just shed. They'll always try to convince you that it's all in your head. Just know you gotta do better before you hit your bed. I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they don't wanna see us win. Trying to kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live the color of our skin? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can a nigga live? Can a nigga live? Tell me, can I live? I know that hate is deeper than the color of our skin.
Yeah.
Can I live?
They say my rhymes cause too much excitement, ride incitement. Shit, well, there's no indictments when my kinfolk get murdered by white men. Dark skin, light skin, divided and blinded. So we beef with each other, all brothers, rather than fight them. Fuck all that silence, it's time to get shit ignited. I ain't my way, little nigga. I ain't taking shit from no tars. And ain't no motherfucking nation got freedom from marching, begging for portions. Niggas ain't signing no portions, big payback. You crackers got red in your margins, why? They broke every treaty, slaughtered the buffalo, and they set fire to teepees. They carved their face in mountains, but we go to jail for graffiti. We fought for this country, they gave us syphilis and Tuskegee. We been getting robbed, yeah, we're the ones who stay behind bars. They take all our money, but they ain't wanna give us no jobs. Wasn't supposed to make it, but we stay defying the odds. It's like we really only living off the grace of our God. Can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed in my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? Yo, can I live without getting harassed by the Sarge? Can I live without getting slammed on my car? Can I live long enough to raise my kids? Can I live long enough to see justice? I stay away from the streets and the trouble to get in. Trying to stay strong in this world full of sin, but they wanna bring us down, they wanna see us win. They wanna kill us all, Lord, tell me, can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I live? I know the hatred's deeper than the color of your skin. So can I live? Can a nigga live? Can I live? Can a nigga live? Lord, tell me, can I?
All strive Shalom, Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General YAHANNA. Look here, we got a safe haven for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and it's not in the Christian church, it's not in the Muslim mosque, it's not in the country community, but it is in the UPK. YAHANNA, tell them what changed your life.
Word on street, they tried to get me. If they could, they would split me. I respect the game. Came here to the street, I move around, so it's hard to hit me in them highways, in them byways. Doing the Lord's work, it ain't my ways. Never will I celebrate no wicked pagan holidays. Cause we break them commandments, them heathens living fat. No shrimp, crab, pork, or lobster, don't eat none of that. Devil's proud and tall, Trump building that wall. It's the final call, Babylon gon' fall. I'm so serious about these precepts. I memorize my family, my old friends. They see me, they be so surprised. I'm on that other level. I changed my life. I'm doing it right. Demons come back 7 times worse. You gotta be ready for that fight. Selling your soul to the devil, that's something you can't afford. Ain't no game. You serve the Lord. Twice he walk around with my sword. I'm energized. Gotta build this enterprise. You can see it all in my eyes. America full of the white lies. So many lost in the world hypnotized.
I pray for a better day. Me and my brothers here to stay. Men of the Lord never go astray. I'm proud to say we some warriors, and I pray every single day. His brothers in the UPK. Men of the Lord never go astray. I'm proud to say we some warriors. I pray for a better day. Me and my brothers here to stay. Men of the Lord never go astray. I'm proud to say we some warriors. And I pray every single day. His brothers in the UPK. Men of the Lord never go astray. I'm proud to say we some warriors.
At first I was a Christian, then I decided to be a Muslim. With all of the pain my people went through, I was a Black Panther, but now I'm not him. The hell with the red, black, and green, cause now I know what it really means. And the conscious community is unconscious, living in the dream. So I figured I'd be the Wapian. Ain't nobody stopping him until I heard Commander General YAHANNA speak, and he dropped the gem. Who are the Israelites? I don't know. Out the street gangbanger. Black Latinos, Native Indians. I found that out. That was a game changer. So I called Officer YAHANNA. He said, call Captain Kahan. He told me the I.S.U.P.K was home with the truth, second to none. Started off a young man, did my 90 days, and got my name. Everything I wore, I wasn't all black. I was a trooper, man. I worked real hard to get them demons off of my chest. Studied to show myself approved. I'm prepared to take my officer's test. It was the Lord's will I passed. Shatter the lies, break the glass. Took a vow, I accept the task. Now I'm a priest teaching class.
I pray for a better day. Me and my brothers here to stay. Men of the Lord never go astray. I'm proud to say we some warriors. And I pray every single day. His brothers in the UPK. Men of the Lord never go astray. I'm proud to say we some warriors. Certified priest, teaching on streets. On the pulpit of wood, behind him sign. Oh, and Jamal, who can sing? Isaiah 49 and 23.
Hey, Shalom, it's the I.S.U.P.K. Oh, okay, crap, damn right. Hey, Shalom, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. It's Precinct Officer Habana with Precinct Officer Matazar. You understand? This is the I.S.U.P.K. Houston Monday Scripture Breakdown class, man. You understand? We're gonna if we don't have any questions in the room, we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. What I want to get into today, man, is, basically, every day, you know what I'm saying, we go out and, I go out personally and I just see how much my people are destroyed, you understand, and the scriptures talk about that. The scriptures talk about our people as a whole, you understand, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We destroy for lack of knowledge, you understand, and a lot of the reason why we continue to be destroyed in that destruction is even magnified is because of the Christian church, you understand. And we gotta understand that the Christian church have their own agenda, and it's real messed up, because while they have their agenda to generate money and equity and all of that stuff, well, guess what? They're leading the Lord's flock of sheep astray, and that's a horrible atrocity. You basically, it's one thing to basically sell out for money, but then you are leading the bulk of our people, and I say the bulk because I'm gonna say maybe only 10%, maybe 15% of us are actually in the truth. You got the rest, the other 80%, you know what I'm saying, 75 to 85% is in the world, in the church. Because guess what? Why do they go to the church? Why do, let me ask the sisters, why do our people run to the church? What's one of the reasons why we run to the church? Go ahead, just speak from like your self-experience. Right, you are looking for salvation. You are looking for help. You understand? Why do drug addicts go to rehab? They know that they feel like they're sick, Well, they know they sick and they feel like they need help. Well, guess what? Christians are worse than the drug addicts because they know they need help, but they don't know that the help that they're receiving is actually making their condition worse. You understand? Like Christianity, they looking for a way out. They know that they all throughout the week, right? They know they partying, they eating all type of abomination, participating in all type of abominable things. And guess what? They run to the church on the weekends, whether it be Saturday if you're a 7-day Adventist or Sunday if you anything else, you understand? And they run to the church because they're looking for that sense of, okay, now I'm cleansed. You know what I'm saying? Like throughout the whole week, they didn't been partying and like what Biggie say, partying and bullshitting. You understand what I'm saying? And guess what? Now they have a day where they can sit down, read, listen to the so-called word of God, and you know, they singing songs and it make you feel good. Church is a place where if you want to feel good, if you want to just get somewhere where you want to go and you want to feel like you've accomplished something spiritually, that's where you go. Church is not there. You're not really there to learn, right? Because you ain't really learning nothing, right? You understand? The pastor sit up there and be just running his mouth the whole time, not pulling out scripture, not doing nothing. You understand? And in I.S.U.P.K, the Commander General, we base our whole lesson off of precepts. Like you'll get us talking, you know what I'm saying, in between them. But guess what? Every other maybe 5 minutes or 2 minutes, we pulling another precept. Even if we go off on a conversation like me, what I do sometimes in my Wednesday class, this is my first time actually, you know, holding down the Monday class. But guess what? On Wednesday, sometimes I get sidetracked and I get to, you know, going off into some other stuff about the Bible. But guess what? During that time period, I'm pulling precepts. Well, the Christian church and the pastor gonna pull maybe like one. The whole time he be up there, what, about 2 hours? They be up there about 2 hours, right? Or an hour and a half. Anyway, yeah, minimum hour and a half, right? They might pull maybe 2 scriptures. He'll start off with a scripture and he base a whole story off that one scripture. And then he may pull another scripture to try to, you know, piece the puzzle together. That's not how you're supposed to teach. You understand? The Bible tell you how to teach. I just brought it out in my Wednesday class last week. It says you are supposed to be weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Well, guess what? These Christian pastors are not weaned from the milk. They go to the oppressor to learn their doctrine. They go to the oppressor in seminary school to learn how, and it's so bad, you know what I'm saying? And this is what y'all got to understand. I went to school for auto mechanics. You may ask me, well, what does that have to do with the scriptures? Well, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna bring you to the point, right? I went to school to be an auto mechanic. Well, guess what? They do teach you how to work on cars, but guess what else they teach you? Go ahead. They teach you how to capitalize off the customers on a financial perspective, right? So, for instance, they're gonna teach me how to fix the vehicle, but guess what? If I get they teach you, okay, well, you get the customer. Guess what? This, say for instance, they got an AC belt. Their AC belt is loose. They need a replacement. Well, the AC belt only costs maybe about $20 to $40, depending on what car you got, and it's only like a 5-minute fix. I loosen up one bolt. You understand? Loosen up a pulley, and you take the belt off, and then you put the new belt on. You just got to put the belt on the right way, right? It only take about 5-10 minutes to do. Well, guess what? They'll have me, since the AC belt is connected to the AC, is connected to I'm gonna say serpentine belt. That's usually what they are. They're connected to the AC. They're connected to the starter. They're connected to the alternator. All of these, not the starter, the alternator and the motor and stuff, right? Well, guess what? They're gonna say, okay, if they need a serpentine belt, well, try to get them to buy a whole new alternator. Oh, well, I'm gonna tell them, okay, well, your serpentine belt messed up, and there's a reason for since your serpentine belt got messed up, you still dropped, the car was still running. Well, guess what? Now your alternator, I checked the specs, and it's out of spec. It's not enough power. You know what I mean? But in reality, the alternator is fine. All you need to know is a new belt, and the system will recharge itself. And then next thing you know, the alternator will be back up and running like it's supposed to. They'll make me go tell them, oh, you need a new battery. You need this. And guess what? Everything I'm doing, I'm charging them by the hour in which I'm working on their car. And guess what? I'm going to take my precious, sweet time. this is what I'm not going to do, but this is what they taught me to do. They taught me to capitalize in every aspect of, you know what I'm saying, how to deal with this person when they come in, especially, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, you understand, if you're an auto mechanic, you're looking at this, hey, you know what I'm saying, Salakia, but especially pray on single women. Single women, they come up to that, they don't know what they talking about unless they actually grew up with men in their family, father, brothers, and taught them how to work on cars. They're going to come in there, whatever you tell them, they're going to go with it. And they're going to, guess what they're going to do? They're going to spend their whole week's check on whatever you need, they need their car fixed, because, you know, they got to get to work. They got to get to where they got to go. They got kids. So guess what? We're going to capitalize. Well, that's what the Christian church is doing to us. I know, and you know, good night. You understand? They capitalizing off us. They know these people, okay, well, yeah, he smoked his weed. This person over here doing this. This person doing that. So they come in here for a sense of cleansing. They need help. They're seeking the Lord, but they don't know how to really seek the Lord. And I'm just gonna make them believe, okay, what they doing, this all you gotta do, just come on to church, and you know, as long as you come into church every week, you're gonna be good. It don't matter what you do throughout the week. Just come on to the church. What's their favorite phrase? Say that again. Well, I'm saying, like, what's the Salakia? What's the thing that they say when, you know, you're a Christian, all you gotta do is just go ahead. What you come as you are. That's one thing. Go ahead. That's all you gotta do. You understand, right? I mean, confess with your mouth and believe in your heart. That's all you gotta do. It don't matter what you've done throughout the week. It don't matter what you've done in your life. If you come in here every week and you confess with your mouth and believe in your heart that Christ died for you, you understand? They say the whole world. So you know why? Why do they say the whole world? It starts to make sense to you. Once you understand that they have a business. This is like the Christian church is an actual business to capitalize off of you and your dollars. Even though you poor. You in the hood, how many churches they got in the hood in the poor community? You got probably 5 or 6 churches in the neighborhood I'm from. It's like 5 or 6 churches. And that's the ghetto, the hood, the ghettos of America, you understand? But guess what? Our last little old, you know, $5 for us, for those, you know what I'm saying, the grandmas, you know, we scrounging up. Even as I was a little kid, I'm my little quarters and stuff that I was getting from my parents, I'm putting it in the collection plate. Because guess what? I want to, you know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with paying your tithes. Let's get this one thing clear. There ain't nothing wrong with paying your tithes. But the point is, we're paying our tithes to a business that don't have your best interest at heart. They don't care about your salvation. You understand? This business, they're reaching out to everybody. All of you can be saved. Why you think the pastors are so hell-bent on saving everybody? That's why they hate us. They hate the I.S.U.P.K. because we know that everybody is not to be saved. It's only one special people on the earth that actually even needs salvation. And that's Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. What do the Arabs need salvation from? What do the oppressor need salvation from? What do the Africans need salvation from? They don't need salvation. They got their own army. They got their own army in Africa. Multiple armies, different tribes. They got their own fighting system. China got their own equity, their own stock trade, their own, you know what I'm saying, ports, their own army. Russia, all of everywhere, everybody on earth, every nation on earth have their own army, own markets, their own everything, but Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We the only one over here looking retarded, following after the oppressor, just leading. They tell us what to do and we do it. We yes master. We the only people, man. So why is it so hard to believe that we have our own culture? We have our own way of life that we supposed to live. You understand? And it should make sense to you why we don't have our own army, why we don't have our own ports and market and everything like that. Because we are the people that need to be saved. We are the people at the bottom. We are the people going through everything. We don't have none of these things because we are the Lord's chosen people. He's punishing us. You understand? So while you going to the Christian church, they're going to capitalize off you too. It's already bad enough. The oppressor is milking you dry. These other nations are milking you dry. And then you go to church because you drained by the end of the week. You drained, you going through it mentally, physically, emotionally. So you go to church looking for that hope, looking for a place to feel good, to be surrounded by other people that you feel like are living a certain. Ain't nobody in that church righteous, man. Everybody sitting next to each other. Everybody sitting there. I mean, you probably sit next to a prostitute and you a drug dealer. Ain't nobody in that church is righteous. The pastor is the molester. He's the king of molestation in the church. You understand? You got the organ player is the damn homosexual. We all know about that. If you ever been, you've been to the black church. You understand? Why come the organ player always the homosexual? The organ player always the homosexual. The drums, you know that nigga be on the side. He probably be selling pills in the church. I got you, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just keeping it real. I grew up in the church, so this is what I seen. The pastor, the pimp, he pimping all of them. You understand? I'm gonna need 10% off whatever you sell in my church. You know what I mean? Like that, the pastor is pimping everybody, man. You understand? And that's what's wrong with the church, man. They're capitalizing off you. So they reach out to everybody and say all of us can be saved. Why? Because guess what? Green don't have, the only color they looking at is green. They don't care about, you understand, inviting the oppressor in the church. They don't care about inviting these other nations that the Lord don't deal with into the church. Why? Because they all got money. If they keep the oppressor out of the church, then that's their bulk of their money. That's where they big money coming in. How much money have they generated? Guess what? We talking $70+ billion since the 60s. You understand? That's what happens in the church. Well, guess what? We need to get out the church, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. We need to get out the church, and we need to come together as a people like we're supposed to do so that we can have our own everything, so that the Lord can save us, so we can have our own and live our culture and have our own army. And guess what? We do have our own army, but we don't embrace it. We don't understand that we are our own army. We are the army of the Lord. Our men are the Lord's army, man. We are our army, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But guess what? Y'all so caught up trying to fight for the other nations when you should be fighting for yourself, man. But this is what we should do, man. Give me Zephaniah 2:1. This is the first thing we need to be doing. You understand? We need to get out the church. Stop trying to be with these other nations. Stop listening to this pastor tell you anything and everything. You understand? Just like the auto mechanics, when they tell you, you know, you coming there for a broken headlight, they're gonna tell you got a circuit problem. You got to go all off in the wires. You understand? Well, reality is, no, you just need to go to a mechanic that's honest. Well, guess what? The I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA, we're honest mechanics. We're going to be honest with you. We're going to tell you what the problem is, and we're going to fix the problem. We're not going to lie to you. You understand? Now, if you can't take the truth, you know, that's a different story. Some of us can't handle the truth. You understand? Some of us cannot handle. Some of us hear the truth and say, you know what? I'd rather just go and get lied to. You understand? I'd rather just go. You just lie to me. It just sounds better. It feels better when you lie. The truth hurts. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why some of y'all run back to the church, even though you know some of y'all are in the church knowing what's going on. Y'all behind the scenes. I was in the youth choir. I was in the youth program. Everything. I seen what was going on behind the scenes. Half the adults, the deacons, the so-called bishops, what them door people call ushers, all of these people know what's going on behind the scenes, and they don't do nothing about it, man. But they supposed to be righteous. When you go into a church, if you're a Christian, you watching this video, the next time you go to church, you should be really watching these people carefully, because these people know it's molestation and everything going on in the church, and they're not doing nothing about it, man. The pastor sleeping with your wife. You understand? He's doing it. Trust and believe that. He might be touching your daughter too. You gotta watch that. You understand? Get what you got.
Con. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
We gotta gather ourselves together, man. We are the nation not desired on this earth. And what I mean by that? Well, guess what? Everywhere we go, we are vilified, we are stereotyped, we are looked at as this and that, as monsters and monkeys and everything else. The Africans call us a kata. You understand? What is a kata? Cotton picker. They call it a kata. You understand? That's what but y'all want to be Africans. You want to You want to join yourself with Africans when they know the difference between them and you. They look at you and they call you a kata because they know you are the cotton picker. They sold you to do this slave work. You understand? We need to gather ourselves together, man. And I'm not saying this because, oh, you know, I just want you to. You ain't got to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? It's best that you listen to the Lord, though, because I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen to you if you don't listen to the Lord. It say, gather yourself together, O nation not desired. Go ahead.
Verse 2, before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Before the what?
Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
It say, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. That's why you should gather yourself together. Don't do it because Abba said so. Do it because the fierce anger of the Lord shall come upon you. You should feel that's the beginning of wisdom.
Right.
Fear the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, man. How the hell you don't fear the Lord? But you in the church, though, you claim that you fear the Lord and you want to do what Jesus do and this and that and all these different sayings and what's the word when you do the abbreviations like that? I forget the word for it. You understand? WWJD, I forgot the name of what that's called when you abbreviate stuff like that. But y'all want to follow all of these different, you understand, philosophies and say that you love the Lord. But guess what? It says before the fierce, it says, the Bible clearly says right here, gather yourself together before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, man. Are you going to do what the Lord, are you going to read the Bible and do what it say? Or you just going to continue to go to the church and do what the pastor say? Who you going to go? You going to believe the Lord or the pastor? You going to do what the Lord say or the pastor? You understand? Come on, man. That's what we got to understand. That's what we got to figure out. What are we really here for? What are we really here on earth to do? What do we want? You understand? You living your best life. Well, guess what? When Christ come through them, bust through them clouds with the angels, you understand, them chariots flying over your heads, you are going to literally, like, you are going to use the restroom, your whole week's worth of lunch, you're going to use the restroom on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the nice way to put it. You're gonna waste all your whole week's lunch on yourself when you see Michael and Gabriel, and, you know what I'm saying, and Christ, Michael and Gabriel come through them clouds on them chariots, man. That's what's gonna happen to you. But nah, don't be scared now. When that happened, no, you was living your best life. You out here celebrating birthdays. You out here, you want to still do drugs. You out here want to still sell drugs. You want to be a whore. You want to be a prostitute. You want to be a man that mess with whores and prostitutes. You want to do all these things, but then when Christ returned, oh, now oh man, Lord, please, you know, no, don't get the begging now. You have all this time. While I'm talking right now, you could really turn your life over to Christ. They tell you in the church, you could really turn your life over to Christ. All you got to do is go on www.ISUPK.com. You understand what I'm saying? Or you can hit up the webpage that I'm teaching on right now and get in touch with a priest and prophet of the Lord. You understand? That's going to save your life, man. You understand? Keep coming to class. I don't care what you're doing. If you still smoking weed, keep coming to class, man. Get that. You got to get that spirit off of you, man. Babylon, listen, the spirit of Babylon is a horrible spirit. You want to say something? Add something? Man, the spirit of Babylon is a horrible spirit, man. It make our people want to go do the wickedness, the evil, and most vile things on the earth, man. You got to get out of that spirit. And you got to get in the spirit of the Lord and have that zeal on you, man. Because guess what? The Lord is commanding you to do it. This ain't asking you in Zephaniah 2:1. It's not saying, can y'all please come together because I'm going to be mad at you if you don't. No, it's saying gather. It don't say, can y'all gather yourselves together? It says, gather yourselves together before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, man. That's what you got to do. Follow the commandments of the Bible. It ain't just no 10 commandments in the Bible. It's 613 laws, statutes, and commandments. Right. Anytime it's telling you to do something in the Bible, that is a command. What is a command? A command is being told to do something, ordered to do something. Well, guess what? It says, gather yourselves together. That is an order. It's some more on that. That's it.
Same thing. It's a little bit more.
Yeah, that's verse 3. Go ahead.
All right. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you, seek ye the Lord. All ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment, seek righteousness, seek meekness.
Right.
It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger.
Well, guess what? You understand? That if you don't come together, the fierce anger of the Lord is going to come upon you, man. So guess what you should do? Right now, while you have the chance, you should seek ye the Lord.
Right.
Not in the churches. Because what do it say? Give me the the precept where it says the Lord, temples made the Lord do not dwell not in temples made with hands. You got that precept, Officer Tazadak, sir? The Lord, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. You understand? Look, seek ye the Lord. And I'm telling you right now, he ain't in the churches. He not in the churches. That's what the scriptures say. That's why I told you. See, we pour precept upon precept. You understand? You can't seek ye the Lord in the church, because I know some of y'all may read that when I say seek ye the Lord, y'all may be like, you super Christian. Acts 7:48. You a Christian. You may say, okay, well, it say seek ye the Lord. Well, I'm in church. I'm seeking the Lord. Well, guess what? You seeking the Lord somewhere where you're not gonna find him. And I'm gonna get this. We're gonna get the precept how I know that the Lord is not in them churches. You understand? This is how we know that the Lord is not in the church. So once I feel now let me put this disclaimer out for you super Christians. Once I pull this precept that's in the Bible that you claim you read, that's probably just sitting at home collecting dust. Once I pull this precept, what are you gonna do? If I read this precept and it says seek ye the Lord, and you think the Lord is in the churches, and I find a precept that tell you it's not in the churches, what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna still go to the church? We're gonna find out. Get that.
Con. Acts 7:48. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
No, he do be in the temples made with hands.
Dwelleth not in temples made with hands.
It say, howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Well, what is the church? What is the church? A church is a temple made with hands. That's exactly what the church is. Like, it don't get no clearer than that. The Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. You understand? That's what we got to understand, man. So it says, seek ye the Lord. The Lord is not in the churches. All you got to do is read the scriptures. Get out the churches, man. Just like they made that movie, Get Out. That's what you need to do with Christianity. Get out. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to do.
All right.
You understand? If you could, give me Zechariah 14:12. You understand? I'm going to tell you something. We are, right now, we headed down a path of destruction. When I say we, you understand? I'm talking about all of us as a people, because it's one for all for one. You understand? While though me and my brethren, you understand, we are in the truth, and I.S.U.P.K, the Commander General YAHANNA, I don't look at the fact that just me and my brethren are in the truth. I look at my people as a whole, and it hurts me to see how destroyed we are as a people in the path that we're headed down, man. We are headed down a path of destruction. So we got to wake up. We got to get out. We got to understand that this is what we got to do, man. We got to really seek the Lord. And how do you seek the Lord? You find the priests and prophets of the Lord, man. You get with these brothers and you learn. You get with us, you understand, and I.S.U.P.K, the Commander General YAHANNA, and you learn how to seek the Lord. And and then not only once you find out, you make it into your lifestyle. That old lifestyle you was living before, that routine that you had, the wake and bake, oh yeah, I'm gonna bring it out. You understand? Your whole little, you can't even eat breakfast before you smoke a blunt. You ain't even get up to brush your teeth. You understand? You got the doobies in the ashtray, and you breaking them down into the damn blunt. You understand? You might smoke the doobies. You might not even break it down. You might just throw the whole thing in there. That's your wake and bake, your whole routine, man, based off of that. Well, guess what? You need to change up your whole routine. Put that damn blunt down. Put the cigarettes down. Put the drugs down. You understand? Leave the church alone. Change your whole routine. Develop a new routine. But guess what? Because guess what? You'll be a new person. That old person is gone. once you find the truth and come into the truth. You understand? That old person is gone, man. And if you don't do that, man, destruction is coming to you. Read what you got.
Zechariah 14:12. And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
Hold it up. Now, it says, this is what the Lord is gonna, you understand? This will be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have come up against Jerusalem. Now, guess what? That ain't just talking about our oppressor. That ain't just talking about all the other nations. That's talking about us within the nation as well. That's talking about your Christian pastors and anybody that want to follow these Christian pastors, anybody want to follow these so-called corrupt black leaders in the community, anybody that want to follow these people leading our sheep astray. Now, they're going to get the worst of it because they're the ones leading. But if you find out the truth and you still want to follow them, well, guess what? You're going to be considered. What happens if somebody if somebody go and it's a group of people, one person got the gun, the other people around them, they just there. The person that shoot the gun kills somebody. Well, guess what? What are the other people that's around? They didn't kill nobody. They didn't report the crime. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They didn't try to stop the person from killing the person. They didn't render no aid. What are they called? Go ahead. They are called accomplices. You understand what I'm saying? They are called accomplices. They are accessory to a crime. Well, guess what? If the Christian pastor is leading you astray, and then the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA comes along, and we tell you that this is what these Christian pastors are doing, and these so-called leaders in the black community are doing, and you still decide to follow them, well, now you have become accessories to a crime committed against the Most High. And I'm telling you right now, that means you are coming up against the children of Jerusalem. You are coming up against the people of Jerusalem. So that qualifies you for this scripture. Well, guess what's going to happen to these people that's coming up against the children of the people of Jerusalem? You understand? Coming up against Jerusalem, which are the Lord's chosen people, the Black, Hispanics, and Native American. Keep reading.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
It say their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Now let's just imagine that for a second. You are just like you. One minute, you understand, you living your best life. You just standing. You ain't no telling what the hell you're doing. I mean, it could be any vile, disgusting thing. You understand? In one flash of a second, now all of a sudden your whole flesh is falling off the bone like some super tender. You understand? Baked chicken that they came up out the oven. You understand? Cooked by one of our finest. You understand? Israelite sisters. You understand? Just imagine, you know how that chicken be falling off the bone when you done left it in the oven for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, got the foil on it. You know what I'm saying? Put the holes in the foil. And I'm talking about the type of chicken where you grab it by the bone, like the chicken leg, you grab it by the bone, all the meat just falling off of you. You ain't got to touch it. Well, that's what's going to happen to your flesh. You're going to be standing upright. You understand? And then next thing you know, it's going to be like some Terminator stuff. Well, you like it's gonna happen so fast, you might not even realize you're just gonna be in one piece, and then next thing you know, everything is gonna start falling off your bones. Like that's how fast it's gonna happen. Well, what else on this earth that could do something like that? Think about it. You understand? It's practical knowledge. What could make your flesh just consume away on your body while you stand upright, just that fast, just like that, in a flash? You want to answer? I can't hear you. Huh? Thermonuclear war. You understand? Thermonuclear power. You understand? That's what's going to happen, man. In a flash, your flesh is going to consume away off your bone while you standing. Just like that. Just like that. You understand? Right now, you got the time right now as I'm talking to come and say, you know what? I don't want that to happen to me. let me really follow the Lord for real. Let me follow these laws, statutes, commandments. Let me live my culture. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to eat no more crab, shrimp, pork, lobster, you understand, catfish, tuna fish. I don't want to eat that stuff no more. You understand? I don't want to eat that. I want to find out what I'm consuming now. I don't want to eat these things. I want to eat what the Lord allows me to eat. I want to do what the Lord allows me to do. You ain't controlling your own body. You know what? You know, for you people out there, it's my body. I can do what I want. It ain't your body. That is not your damn body. You understand? The Lord had brought us a life form on this earth. He brought forth life and everything abundantly, man. You ain't bring yourself here. This life ain't for you to live and do what you want to do. Yeah, you may feel like you got freedom of choice. You understand? The Lord gives you an ultimatum. It ain't no choice. It's either life or death. What is the choice in that? That ain't no choice. Either life or death. I mean, it's obvious that you would want to choose life. So you really don't have a choice. Come on, man. You can't do whatever you want to do with your bodies, man. Keep reading.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes. So just imagine you standing on your feet, your flesh just start melting off your bones. The eyes just start disintegrate inside the eye socket. You understand what I'm saying? Just like that in a flash, man. And how we know it's a flash? Because you still standing up right on your feet. It ain't like something that just came and over time this happened. This happened like that in a flash. Because you still standing up. You just look down and be like, ugh, and then your bones and stuff, your flesh just start falling off the bone. You understand? Eyes just all of a sudden just consume away in their holes, man. Go ahead.
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Good night. You understand? That's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's gonna happen to our people, man. Pure destruction, man. That's a bad way to go. That's a bad way to go, man. Right. But guess what? I ain't trying to go. I want to be saved. Being saved means to save you from that. You understand? I want to be saved out of this captivity. I want to be saved from this thermonuclear warfare that's going to come. I want to be saved from that. I want to go up on that first trip to the kingdom. You understand? And them chariots. You understand? I want to be the first. One of the first anyway. You understand? That's what I want. I don't want to be the least in the kingdom. I'm trying to get in there first. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see the first fruits. I want to establish it. That's what I want, man. Well, guess what? That's what you should want too. You should be afraid, man. You should be very afraid. Because I'm telling you right now, when Christ and the angels come, it's not going to be no pretty sight. It's not going to be something that you're looking forward to if you out here doing all the things, all the wickedness of the world. You're not going to be looking forward to that day. In fact, you know that when I was living in the world, I'm going to say this. Before I came into the truth, every night before I go to sleep, I used to pray and ask for forgiveness. Because that's what they tell you. You know, as long as you believe in your heart, confess with your mouth, you know what I'm saying? You pray and ask forgiveness for your sins, you covered under grace. Well, I used to ask for stuff way before. I used to pray like, Lord, please forgive me for what I'm about to do. Like, how the hell, I'm that wicked. I'm asking the Lord to forgive me for what I'm finna do. Because I know it's that bad when you wake up every day anticipating sin. You know what I'm saying? You wake up and you anticipating that you finna sin. That's how wicked we are in the world, man. Is that a lifestyle you really want to live? That's not what is intended for us, man. Go ahead.
This is Revelations 11 and 14. Mm-hmm. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Now, you understand, we've already been through how many world wars? We've already been through 2 world wars. You know what I'm saying? We already, you know what I'm saying? The other precept is when the first woe came. Well, he reading where the second woe came. And guess what? The second woe has already passed, but the third is coming quickly. Right. It's going to come swift as the eagle flieth. You understand what I'm saying? That's how fast the third woe is going to come. Well, guess what is the third woe? What does woe mean? Go ahead. Huh? Nah. But woe comes from war, that's for sure. Go ahead. Woe comes from death, like death comes from woe, shall I say. Woe means destruction. You understand what I'm saying? Now, guess what? The first woe has passed. The first destruction, which is war, the first world war came, which was destruction. You understand? Well, guess what? The third woe is coming quickly. Destruction is coming quickly. This is what this is talking about. Your flesh shall consume away while you stand on your feet. That's the third woe, the third world war. And guess what? It ain't gonna be no little baby bombs like in the other wars. Technology has advanced way greater since then. You're talking about bombs that's gonna wipe out whole, not just cities. We're talking about whole land masses. And guess what? And this is how we know, because guess what? If one person set that bomb out, everybody gonna push the button. You understand? We just waiting on it. And I ain't saying I want that day to come swiftly. I don't want that day to come swiftly. You know why? As much as I want to get out of this captivity that I'm in, I also want my brothers and my sisters to get out of this captivity with me. As much as I want to be saved, I know I'm in the truth. You understand? Me and my brothers in the I.S.U.P.K, my brothers and sisters in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, we're going to be saved. But guess what? It would be selfish of me to want the third woe to come right now, because it's too many of our people still out here destroyed. It's too many of our people still out here in the Christian church. It's too many of our people still out here eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. I don't want the third woe to come right now. But guess what, man? Hey, I'm trying to provoke the Lord not to send Christ and the angels. That's what we're trying to do in the I.S.U.P.K, because we want everybody to be saved. But I mean, hey, it's only so long that we can, ask the Lord to hold off a little bit longer. We ain't got that much time, man. The third woe coming quickly. So it's time to the time is now to get yourself together. The time is now to come into the truth. The time is now to leave the Christian church alone and try to, I'm not telling you to leave the church and just automatically believe everything that I'm saying. Do your research. When you got the truth, I don't got no reason to try to force you to do something. We're not going. Do you see us going door to door? Do you see I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA going door to door like Jehovah's Witnesses? Do you see us standing out in the median, passing out newspaper and what's them damn things called, man? Them Jehovah's Witnesses be having? Go ahead. Watchtowers. Damn, watchtowers and pamphlets and stuff. Do you see us doing that? Now you may run into us. We may go to an event or something. And we may pass out a couple of flyers or pass out some cards to let y'all know, hey, look, man, give us a call, shout out. We ain't going out our way to knock on the doors. You know what I'm saying? You know why? No, because we got the truth. We know that we have the truth. It's up to you to do the research. You can do your research. I never was the one to just take somebody's word for it, because a pair of lips will say anything. So guess what? I had a million questions. You understand? What's that? What's that song that was it 50? We had 21 questions or something. And I had more than that though. You know what I'm saying? 50 just had 21. I had more than that. I had a whole bunch of questions, and guess what? All my questions got answered in such an eloquent and professional and intelligent manner, and it was proven through scripture, proven with the scripture. Every question. That's what we do in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General. That's why we know we got the truth. That's why we don't have to go out and make it a public service announcement. That's why we don't have to boast in it. We just, hey, all right, it's either you listen or you don't. My job as a priest and prophet is to tell you. That's it. Our job is to tell you. You don't have to listen. You ain't got to do it. But guess what? This was going to happen to you. That third woe is going to come, and your flesh is going to consume away while you stand on your feet. While you got that blunt in your mouth, your flesh is going to consume away. Your eyes going to just burn up in the sockets. That's what's going to happen, man. Is there some more on that, Zechariah? That's it on the Zechariah. Right. All right. Give me, do I want to bring that out? You know what? We're going to be pressed for time, so I'm going to go ahead and go straight to Revelation chapter 18, verse 1, man. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, we got to understand that there's going to be a day to come where the empire, the oppressor's empire, you understand, Babylon, New Babylon, which is right here, America, is going to fall, man. And it's gonna come with great turmoil, you understand? That's what's going to happen to this place. And when Christ and the angels come, they're not going to spare none. Just like the scriptures tell us to cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, show my people their transgressions in the house of Jacob their sins. Well, guess what? That's what we do. That's why you see us on the street corners crying out aloud. That's why you see us being rude in speech, but not in knowledge. You understand? Because we love our people, man. Yeah, you may tell us to tell her, hey, stop dressing like a whore. You know what I'm saying? Cover your behind up. Yeah, it may sound rude. It might be rude speech. You know what I'm saying? What y'all call cuss words and so on and so forth. But guess what? The knowledge that I'm telling you, cover up your behind. Stop acting like a whore. Stop sleeping with multiple. You got multiple husbands, and you should have one. Stop sleeping with whores. They won't be whores no more. If our brothers stop sleeping with them and stop glorifying whores, guess what? Our women won't be whores no more. Right. They're only whores because you glorify them. Well, guess what? We do that, and it may be rude in speech, but the knowledge that we speaking is very accurate. You understand? And it's going to save your life if you follow it. You understand? Give me Revelation 18:1.
Revelations 18:1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
I'm telling y'all, man, this day that is to come, the destruction of this earth, when angels start coming off these chariots, Christ and the angels start coming, it is going to be a horrific sight to those who are, you understand, living wicked. If you ain't living righteous, it's going to be a horrible sight for you. For those that are in the truth and living righteous, we're going to be saying, Kwam Yashala. We're going to be happy in that day. Right. Because that day of salvation is finally at hand. But for those who live in your best life, I'm telling you, you're going to start all your food, you're going to be regurgitating on yourself. You understand? Everything going to come up in every way. You understand? Go ahead.
And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
Say that again.
Babylon the Great is fallen.
Keep going.
Is fallen and is become the habitation of devils.
Become the habitation of devils. What is devil? Devil just means deceiver, liar. You understand? Full of deceit. This place, Babylon, America, has become the habitation of liars and deceivers. You understand? That's what this place has become. And that's what this angel is going to cry out. Go ahead.
And the whole of every foul spirit.
Every foul spirit, all the type of wickedness and atrocities that you could even fathom. That's what this place has become. Go ahead.
And the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
You understand? This is what this place has become. Keep going.
For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
For all nations. Not just our oppressor, not just the Africans, not just the Arabs, not just the Chinese, all of us, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans too. You understand? We have drunk of the wine of her fornication. What does it mean by fornication? We know fornication gets two things. It's talking about either unlawful sex or it's talking about sinning against the Most High, doing any unclean thing against the Most High, right? This is the fornication that it's talking about, the unclean things that we are doing against the Most High. The things that the Lord hated, we're committing fornication against the Lord. Because guess what? The Lord looks at us, he looks at Israel as a whole as his bride, as his people, his special people, his wife. You understand? And he has a covenant with his wife, which is the 12 tribes of Israel. And guess what? When we drink of the wrath of the fornication of Babylon, which is America, all of the deceit, all of the wickedness, all of the destruction, we are committing adultery against the Most High, man. We are committing fornication. His beautiful bride is committing atrocities against him. That upsets him. The scriptures say the Lord is a jealous God. You understand? Have no other gods before him. That means money. That means, you know what I'm saying, whores. That means anything, any graven image, anything you want to worship and put before him. That weed, that you just praying for. You pray the Lord come bless you with a sack. That's how bad it is, man. You have started to idolize that marijuana, man. Some of you look at the weed, and I mean, the glare in your eyes is like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing it's like seeing the beautiful woman. Go ahead, sir. It's like. Mm-hmm. Come. Come. You got this on?
No, I didn't bring mine. I got it, sir.
Yeah, so all this, you know what I'm saying, is basically a study for the praise of anything that's being made. Mm-hmm. In the time. Right. You know what I'm saying? So niggas been following after the custom of the nation. Right. You know what I'm saying? Instead of following after they done, just going on to the point where you know. Right, Con, damn right. You understand? That's all our people been doing is just worshiping anything that turning basically making anything a god. You know what I'm saying? You turning some of us, you know what I'm saying? And when I say us, I'm not talking about in I.S.U.P.K, I'm just speaking us as a people. You understand? Some of us idolize, musicians and so-called stars and superstars and popular people and money and drugs and all of these things, fame and fortune. You understand what I'm saying? All of these things are idolized. You understand? I don't know. You think it's in this one? Yeah, it might just be in the Zondervans. If you got the compact, sir? Yeah, we got the full size. Yeah. Yeah, that's a very heavy thing, man. That's what our people do, man. We take anything that we find lust in and we turn it into a god. You understand what I'm saying? And we idolize that, man. It's no different from worshiping the cross, worshiping the stone, doing any of those things. The Lord is displeased with that, man. That not only is he displeased with that, that's like a real heavy atrocity against the Lord. You understand? The Lord is like, he is a very jealous God, man. That's why it says we have drunken the wrath of her fornication here in Babylon. We've drunken the wrath of her fornication. I mean, we've committed fornication against the Lord. But guess what? Just like just like anybody who, I know I'm jealous, you know what I'm saying? I don't, my property is my property. Well, guess what? We are the Lord's property, man. Read what you got?
But all, usually, however, it refers to farm god of the Phoenicians and Canaanites, responsible for crops, flocks, Raccoon farm families. Each locality had its own Baal. The Baalim were worshipped on high places with lascivious rites, self-torture, and human sacrifices.
Good night.
Where it says what, sir? Master.
Baal. Not Baalism.
I mean, I'm on Baal. Oh, you're talking about appears in Old Testament with a variety of meanings. Master or owner.
So, master or owner, right? So, your boss, praising your boss in your job, idolizing him, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, basically, when you sign that government document, that 1099, that W-2, you know what I'm saying? That I-9 form or whatever, you're selling yourself as a commodity to the company. You understand? So, when you own your boss and you break the law, statutes, commandments, go along and get along, I'm going to shave my beard off. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go get an edge of it, clean cut, clean shave. When you go on these corporate board meetings, they have these diverse carcasses. I had to correct myself 1 second. I said something off.
Right.
You know You know what I'm saying? So term master, right? And then it goes on to say what?
Master or owner or husband.
Right? So that's marrying people of other nations. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to teach you to serve who? They go.
Right.
They custom.
Right.
You read?
Usually, however, refers to farm god of the Phoenicians and Canaanites.
Right. So anything that got to do with materialism, so that got to do with the cattle, you know what I'm saying? You out here praising oxen, you know what I'm saying? You praising dogs like nudist, you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you praising herbs like weed, you understand? Cars, whatever. You understand? You're basically making this thing like this describes you. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, you know, like, well, shoot, man, that's my candy car, that's my baby.
That's what you known for.
That's what you known for.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You candy red. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But instead of being known as a man of God, you know what I'm saying? And being known as a man that is uncompromising, unwavering, you understand? You rather be known as something that can be tarnished or taken away from, because as soon as that candy car gone, you just a nigga named Red. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Instead of no matter what's being stripped and taken away from you, can't nobody take the Lord away from you.
That's right.
Can't nobody take your righteousness away from you. Can't nobody take your wisdom in the sight of the other nations away from you.
That's right.
You can put me in prison. You understand? My woman can leave me. I can lose my job. I can be homeless, but I'll still be the wisest man amongst all these nations because I follow the Lord. You can never take that from me.
Damn right.
You have to kill me.
Damn right.
You understand?
Damn right. I don't want to hear. That's damn, and that's exactly that's perfect for what I was saying, because that's what we do, man. We take everything and we start idolizing it. Well, guess what? Once you start idolizing that, that's what this scripture is talking about. That's what it's you committing fornication against the Lord, because now you're worshiping whatever you are turning into an idol. Well, it may be your rims, like you were saying about, you know, oh, dude may be known for, you understand, though that like, have you ever seen a car that was like souped up, and everywhere you seen that car, you knew who it was because you seen that car? It's like one of a kind type of car. Well, guess what? He cherishes that car. He knows that he's made a name for himself from that car or those rims or whatever. You understand? Them suicide doors. You know what I'm saying? Now we know if you're driving around the hood, we know, that's suicide. You understand? That's his name now. He has idolized and embraced that role. And anybody that's idolizing him in that car, now you've turned into, you know what I mean? It's now you have become an idolizer of him. You know what I'm saying? Along with whatever else you idolize. And so, and he, like Adawan brought out, you understand, that goes back into like the Canaanites. Well, they would turn anything and turn it into a form of worship. Well, guess what? We're not Canaan. We're not Canaanites. We're not Ham. We are Israelites. We have a God. And we worship the God, not what the God bless us with. You know what I'm saying? We don't worship, you know what I'm saying, what our Lord blesses us with. We worship him for blessing us with it, because guess what? He can take it away. Why would I worship what he blessed me with when he the one gave it to me? You gotta bless you gotta worship the almighty power. You understand what I'm saying? The most high power, not the things that, you know what I'm saying, come as a result. So that's what we gotta do, man. And this is what it's talking about. This is what the angel is saying. The angel is saying, you understand, for all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. We sitting out here doing like we are, listen, we're the Lord's chosen people, man. You understand? We're supposed to reign as king and priests on this earth. Instead of reigning as kings and priests on this earth, what we doing? We getting sucked right in Babylon and her wicked ways and her fornication. You understand? Like Babylon is like a whore. Babylon is a whore. You understand? Picture Babylon like we're not supposed to be messing as men of the Lord. We're not supposed to be messing with whores. You understand? Babylon is a whore, a great big whore. You understand? And this is what this is talking about. We are getting swallowed up in her getting her snares and traps. You understand? So that's what we doing, man. Go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
You see all the other nations, man. Look at how what's the word I'm looking for? Look at how wealthy they are because of everything that it's like America is like the focal point for the riches of the world, if you think about it. Like everybody deals and trade in the US dollar. Everybody deals and trades with the US. The US can say, okay, we're gonna put sanctions on you and you and you. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna stop your money flow. Or if you don't want to deal in the US dollar, we could just say, okay, we're gonna go take out your leader and conquer your land. And now you ain't got no choice. I.e. Gaddafi, i.e. Saddam Hussein. You understand? A lot of people, and they paint they paint a picture of these so-called leaders of these, and I'm not, you know what I'm saying, like they're not our people, so I don't really, you know, it ain't my business. You understand what I'm saying? That's the Lord did that. You understand? But at the same time, that just shows you how wicked the oppressor, and who is the oppressor on the earth. Like all these other nations, while they may be wealthy, they're living off the wealth of the wrath of America's fornication, Babylon's fornication. At any time, America can say, okay, we're gonna cut you off. You ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You ain't saying the right things at these UN meetings. You ain't doing this, so we're gonna go kill, we're gonna vilify your leader. They said Gaddafi was doing something towards the people. Gaddafi was providing all types of financial stipends and stuff for his people. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I did some research and I believe that if you was a new married couple, he would provide you with land or a new home and like a starting package. Like you get a package. You understand what I'm saying? Like good night. Like go ahead. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like he would actually provide you where you are stable, where you can actually raise up a family, give you some land, give you a couple a house, couple cars, you know what I'm saying? And some money. And guess what? They killed America's. He said he did not want to deal in the US dollar anymore. He wanted to start dealing with the gold dinar. And guess what? America said, because we want you to still, because guess what? America, listen, the US dollar has no, if you do research, US dollar holds no value. In fact, it's probably negative value. You know, remember, you know, when I was growing up as a kid, the US dollar you used to trade it in these other currencies. You used to get, you know what I'm saying, like a lot back. Now, not so much. Now you need more to get a little back. Why is that? Because the US dollar has no, you understand, it has no value. And the only reason why these other countries and stuff is giving you any type of currency exchange for it. Why? Because America's forcing them. If you don't, then guess what? We're going to just come take your whatever gold that you got or whatever you got that you're trying to deal in, your value. We're going to take that and, you know, we're just going to kill your leader. And now your people have no choice but to follow after our rules. You understand? Y'all get the point. And the smart thing, I'm going to say smart because guess what? What they crafty counsel. The scriptures say they're taking crafty counsel against us. Well, they ain't just take crafty counsel against us. They taking crafty counsel against everybody. Like they turn your own people against you. The people killed his own people killed him. Saddam, his own people wanted him hung. So all America did was just whoop up like the Prince Charming or like, hey, you know, we got you. We're going to come and help rebuild this, you know, land and equity and all this other crap. When they the ones did that to that leader. When that leader was giving them all types of the stuff that we ain't never get from, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, America ain't never gave me a house or a land. You understand? But Gaddafi was giving these people just for getting married, a new married couple. You know, I think if you had a child with it, like if you got married, he'll give you some nice stuff, like a whole house and something. But if you bring a child in the world, you get even more. Like, come on, man. America, the only place where you have a child and stuff, they take it from you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting added to, you getting taken from. You understand, man? But that's how evil and wicked this place is. And this is what this angel is talking about. You understand? In Revelation 18. Keep going.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Hold on, say that again.
I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come out of her, my people. Come out of her, man. That's what we need to do. We need to come out of her. She's a whore. Why are you in her? You understand? metaphorically and like, you know what I'm saying, metaphorically speaking, just like you are a man that's going inside of a whore. You understand what I'm saying? Come out of whore. Come out of that whore. You understand what I'm saying? Come out of her. That's what we need to do. That's what we need to do here in America as well. We need to come out of this whore, man. Like, not deal with this whore. You can still live here and not deal. You mean tell me all these whores walking around, you can't walk around and not deal with the whores? I mean, it may be temptation, yeah, but if the Lord don't want you dealing with them, don't deal with them. So you can live in America and not follow the philosophies of America. I mean, what's so hard about that? It's hard because you're not in the truth. You're not in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA. That's why it's hard. Well, guess what? That's why we're here. We're here to show you that you too can come out of her. You too can stop this fornication that you're committing with America. You can come out of her and you can join with your people. You can gather together, old nation not desired, man. And the only way you're gonna do that is because guess what? We're not gonna gather together. We're not gonna leave the truth to gather with you in the world. So guess what? It's only one way we can do this. You leave the world and gather together with your people that are in this truth. Go ahead, sir. Salam.
You speaking on that, like, nothing good in this life ain't something that ain't easy. Right? Working out in the gym, you trying to, you know, they say in summertime, big back door,
right.
Like making that transition is not easy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of pain, soreness. You understand? Like you might pull a ligament, you might throw up on the track or working out in the gym. You understand? Like, you know, you studying for a final exam. You know what I'm saying? Nobody likes studying, staying up for 2-3 hours at a time.
Right.
Studying every day, day after day. For an exam that you only take for an hour, put in like 20 hours a week studying.
Right.
Nobody likes that. You understand? Like nothing worth having in life comes easy. Now, everything that you made a bad choice and ended up in a bad spot came from you making an easy decision. You understand? Like you get bad health from taking the easy route on food instead of eating fruits and vegetables like your mama wouldn't tell you to. You understand? You're eating, you know, bad diets, you're going fast food. You understand? You get bad teeth instead of flossing and brushing like you're supposed to every day. You understand? You neglect it. You understand? You take the easy route.
Right.
Nothing worth having in this life as far as longevity and having a life more abundantly comes easy.
That's right. Nothing.
You understand? So what makes you think in every example, even from a seed plant out there fighting through darkness, get to light? You understand? Being fighting the little shrubs and bushes and trees casting shade so it can grow, and it's going through struggle. In every animal, what makes you think that you different? You understand?
Right.
Nothing in this life comes easy at all.
Right. That's heavy too, like what you say about like the animals and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Because they're nowhere near as advanced as us. They're nowhere near great creatures like we are, and they have a very tough time. Like if you ever really just watch The Circle of Life and Wilderness, like babies born in the wilderness, like to animals, have a very tough time because you got that predator lurking, looking for that brand new, you know what I'm saying? Like they got to go through a struggle just to survive, man. And if they make it, you understand, like, and that's the circle of life though. And that's the same thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Adawan was saying with us, man, nothing that is valuable to us, nothing that is, you know what I'm saying? Nothing, no good thing comes easy. You understand? And that's the same thing with living this life and walking in the truth. The easy way out is to live in the word. Because you won't have, you understand, you don't have a structure. You don't have, you know what I'm saying, it's not strict, it's not rigorous, you understand? But the thing about the thing about the truth is when you're in the world trying to come into the truth, it is tough. And it is also tough being in the truth and trying to, you know, you have to endure as well when you're in the truth. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it is hard, but once if you love the Lord, like you really say, or you say you love the Lord and you really love the Lord, guess what? It's not gonna be hard. It's not gonna be grievous at all. You understand what I'm saying? Because you know that whatever suffering that you have to endure here, there comes a great reward. You know what I'm saying? In the kingdom. And that's what I'm living for. We should be living for the life to come in the kingdom, not now. This is not our kingdom. Why are you trying to live your best life in a kingdom that's not even yours? This is clearly the oppressor's kingdom. You have no say-so in this kingdom. You have no leeway. Even if you're rich, you are still at the bottom. A homeless oppressor, the homeless oppressor's brother, you know what I'm saying, brethren of the oppressor, is still looked at as higher regards than you, the richest black man on earth, period. The richest, I'm gonna say at this point probably Jay-Z, not the richest black man, but he one of the richest. He's the fifth so-called African American to hit the $1 billion mark. I just seen an article on that today. The fifth African American, so-called African American, hit the $1 billion mark. Well, guess what? Jay-Z is still in the oppressor's eyes. That homeless oppressor that's on the streets begging for food is still looked at as somebody more precious and special than Jay-Z. Go ahead, sir.
Oprah and Jay-Z, they live in the same building.
Uh-huh.
Right? They have a home in the same building.
Right.
So he's like, Jay-Z is the greatest at his profession.
Mm-hmm.
He's the greatest, or that is subjective. I don't know if people say God and all that stuff. It's subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But he's at the height of his profession.
Right.
Oprah is at the height of her profession.
Right.
You know who their neighbor is? A dentist. A white dentist. You know what I'm saying? So nobody knows his name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He's a white dentist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in order for you to be great, you understand, you just common to them.
Right.
You understand? You're a toy, you're a trifling thing. You're what one of my favorite books is called A $1 Million Slave.
Mm.
Because no matter how great that you are, no matter what that you do, you still live.
Right. Exactly.
And you're still playing within their field.
Mm-hmm. And to add to that too, prime example, Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre has over $500 million. I believe he's like upwards of $700 million. He's close to a bill. In fact, out of the three, him, Jay-Z, and P. Diddy, like they were in a three-headed race to see who was gonna hit a bill first. Jay-Z hit it first. You understand? Dr. Dre is second in line, and P. Diddy, Sean Puffy Combs, you understand, is third in line. Dr. Dre, I don't know how long ago it was, at least maybe about 3 years ago or so, when he got arrested, he got arrested at his home, his millions of dollar home. You understand? Got a stereotype and arrested. You talking about an almost billionaire. But just because you're a billionaire does not mean you're not black.
Right.
You still a nigga to them. They don't care. Like the police officer, make maybe $75,000 a year, $75,000 a year. They don't give a damn about your $1 billion or your 700 million. You still a nigga. That's why they stereotype us. That's why they don't do that to their people. Like he said, in the same neighborhood, you got Oprah Winfrey, the richest black woman. You understand? The richest black woman in the world, and you got the one of the top 5 richest black men, black people. You understand, in the world, living in the same area, and next to them is a dentist. A dentist, an unknown dentist, no famous. He ain't a world class. You understand? Everybody go to him. Like, hell, everybody know Johnny Dane, but they don't even know this dentist. But he living in the same type of area, meaning he got the same money. His money long too. And he a nobody. And another thing about that that's so heavy too is a lot of these nobodies come from those who are at the top 1% of the world that have the most money. They come from them because guess what? They believe in uplifting their people. They believe in, bringing in shareholders that if you listen, like we don't believe in that. If we get rich, oh man, we, you know what I'm saying? Hey, chunk the deuce. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, sir. Right. Don't even want you to know. They are incognito. We want to be flashy. We want to show off everything. But that's okay though. There's nothing wrong with that. You know why? Because that goes to show you who we are as a people. The Bible talks about that. We are these people. We could be broke as hell, but we gonna look $1 million. We're gonna be shining grills, you know what I'm saying? The car, like, your whole outfit, your shirt and your pants may cost $10. Them shoes gonna be like $500. You know what I'm saying? Your car on E, but you're gonna have swangers, 84s, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have 412s in the trunk, 215s or something, you know what I'm saying? But your car on E. You're gonna be looking good with the grill, or you really just got laid off. You ain't got no money, you paying child support, you out of there. But that just goes to show you that that's who we are as a people. We are royalty naturally. Like naturally, we want to be royal. We want to look royal. You understand? But guess what? Our day is coming. Our day is coming when we will not be the least on the earth. We will be the great. We will be the great people on the earth above all other people. You understand? That day is coming. But for those who want to still live wicked and all of that, well, guess what? You're not going to inherit that right off the bat. You are going to have for one, you're going to have a terrible death. You understand what I'm saying? And your seed and your family will not be able to inherit the kingdom until the Lord say so. It could be who knows how many generations down the line. You understand? Ain't no telling, man. You're going to be considered the least in the kingdom as well. Like on top, you already the least in the kingdom here, in the white man, in the oppressor's kingdom. You understand? You were the least here. Well, guess what? Why in the hell would you want to be the least in your own kingdom when you finally got an opportunity to be on top? Come on, man. So with that, keep going. Where we at?
Verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins."
That you not be partakers of her sins, man. That's what we are doing right now. We are being partakers of all the wickedness and sins of what America has to offer. Go ahead.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
Go ahead.
For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God hath remembered her iniquity.
The Lord have remembered the abominations that this place is like. It's no different from like Sodom and Gomorrah. What happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Go ahead. Huh? The Lord destroyed that place. Well, guess what? The sins of Babylon, America, have also reached the Lord. And guess what? He's not forgetting the iniquities. He's going to destroy this place just like he destroyed that place. It's no different. Keep going.
Reward her. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. All the iniquities and sin and atrocities that America have bred. Guess what? It's gonna be double the pain and destruction to come to this place. For everything that they have done, from being the house of our captivity, just like Egypt. What happened to Egypt? You understand what I'm saying? Like all of those people, like we talk about the Passover. What happened with the Passover? You understand? The angel of death came upon all of them. Their first, like these people, like the Lord had did so much to these people that they said, please, let's just take them. Let's get them the hell up out of here. We don't want nothing to do with these people no more. Well, guess what? America will be begging for Christ and the angels to come save us from this place because they don't want to have nothing. The fact that we are here and they have done all these things to us,
the Lord is going to pay them double for everything that they've done. Keep going.
How much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously.
That's America 101. You know what I'm saying? Every time you turn around, every president of the United States of America have boasted in America, the pride of America's army and military and the technology and everything. You understand? Oh, we the first to touch the moon. Or we the, you know what I'm saying, national space program and all this stuff right there. Like America is like the epitome of boasting and bragging. You understand? Well, guess what? You understand? The Bible talks about that. It says how much she has glorified herself and lived deliciously. America living good. And when I say America, I ain't talking about us. I'm talking about those who the empire that pretty much is in control. You understand? Go ahead.
Therefore, no, it's like it. So much torment and sorrow give her.
So much torment and sorrow give her. Like that's what's gonna happen to this place. Torment, sorrow, pain, destruction, like just thermonuclear, just destruction everywhere. Just like the clouds, the sky is gonna be black from all the smoke. You're not gonna even be able to see the sun. You understand? It's gonna be just picture, you understand, 9/11, but on a like global scale of America. Like you see how 9/11 did the oppressor and how they feel about that? Well, guess what? 9/11 is the day of destruction is gonna be like that for them. Like this will be something that will never be forgotten. You understand? It's gonna be passed down. We're gonna have bits and pieces of like antiques in our museums from that day of destruction. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna grab, like on the way up to the chariots, we're gonna be grabbing little, you understand, fossils and stuff to take up with us. You understand? To put in the museum. So when that day of Isaiah come, you understand? Was that in Isaiah? Where Isaiah say, is this the people that made the earth to tremble? You understand what I'm saying? Like we are gonna, this is what's gonna happen to this place, man. Go ahead. Just yeah, go ahead.
For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow and shall see no sorrow.
Keep going.
Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Hold on, wait a minute. It say, therefore shall her plagues what?
Come in one day.
You see how that's gonna be. You understand? Now, usually, you know, in the scriptures, you know, it said a day is like 1,000 years, right? It's like likened it to 1,000 years and 1,000 years unto a day. But this day is talking about a swift day. This ain't talking about like a day, like 1,000 years. This wrath is gonna come to America like this. You understand? Like swiftly. It ain't gonna be like 1,000 years. You understand? We've already been through 1,000 years of her everything that this scripture is describing, of her lust and wickedness. You had a precept for us, sir, or you want to bring out something? Okay, come. You understand? Like this, like we can't suffer no more. So guess what? This day that it's talking about right here, this is gonna be a swift day, a certain, and it ain't gonna be 24. We ain't gonna talk about 24 hours because, like I said, we don't deal with time in that aspect. But it's gonna be a short period of time where all of this is gonna happen, where ain't nobody gonna have no time to really react or prepare for it. It's gonna be so horrible for the. So like this, go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, it's gonna happen. I mean, and they're not going to have time to prepare. Like, why you think that? What do you think they're doing now? They just build a space force. You understand what I'm saying? They know what's going to happen to them. They're trying to at least. I truly believe that they know that they can't do nothing about it. But I think they're at least trying to give themselves a fighting chance. I mean, but you know what? The scriptures talk about that. The scriptures talk about how it's going to be, you know what I'm saying, a struggle. You understand? Not only does the scripture talk about a struggle, it talks about how the Babylon is going to come together with all the other nations of the world. Get that from hold what you got in 8. Oh, matter of fact, that's where we at. Yes, sir. That's actually coming. No sign of Christ. Damn right. So guess what? It's talking about how the other nations, they not only, like so-called America and Russia and all these China all having problems and we different. Guess what? When Christ and angels come, they're gonna say, oh no, we gotta come together. They're gonna get on the airwaves and they're gonna call for reinforcement. Like, we gotta band together to come up against this. You understand? Why you think they got American and Russian and United Kingdom and all these different nations in the you know, what space station, International Space Station, and space and stuff? Because guess what? They know what's to come, so they know they're going to end up having to come together. You understand? So this space force that they building, guess what? Russia probably gonna have a space force. China probably gonna have they all gonna need it too, just to give the Lord some type of laughter. You know what I'm saying? When He's destroying them like this, you understand? You know, I mean, because they don't put it, like, what can they really do? It's kind of like, you know, a little kid coming up to you. You're a grown adult. It's like a kid coming up to you and hitting you on your leg, just keep hitting you. They struggling. They grab you by the arm. You just pick them up and they swinging and fighting and their legs are swinging. You understand? It's just for some laughter, for some entertainment. Then you just fling them on off you. That's how it's gonna be in the end. Read what you got with the precept. Oh, Salaki, keep going. We're gonna get down to 10.
Death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. She
gonna be utterly what?
Burned with fire.
Y'all talk, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to sit up here and talk about, the lake of fire and burning and brimstone. Yeah, guess what? That's gonna be thermonuclear war. You understand? That's what's gonna leave back behind them flames. You ain't know that nuclear power can leave behind flames? Yeah, that power is gonna hit so fast. You understand? Everything gonna be burnt up quick. Go ahead.
For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her, man. The Lord is strong in the strongest and the most almighty power. You understand? While we walking around here in America thinking our stuff don't stink and ain't nothing gonna happen to us. We living in the world and still want to eat our pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. The oppressor walking around like ain't nothing gonna happen to them. Well, guess what? The Lord is gonna flex His might. You understand? And as strong is the Lord. You're going to see His full power on display. You understand? Go ahead.
And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her.
And the kings of the earth, all of these so-called rich people, all of these so-called leaders, all of these so-called top 1% of the earth as far as the world, as far as money and power and all of this stuff, and you know, everybody, the whole Bilderberg, all these people, you understand what I'm saying? So-called Illuminati, so-called, all of these people, guess what? The kings of this earth, and that includes, you understand, the Dr. Dre's. That includes the superstars of our people that don't do nothing for our people. That turned the Reverend Jesse Jacksons and the Al Sharptons and the Christian pastors and everybody who's leading our sheep astray. They are considered the kings of this earth because guess what? They are in bed with the oppressor. You understand what I'm saying? Guess what's going to happen to them? Go ahead.
And lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning.
They're going to be like, wow. You understand? Like all of this stuff that they have done and helped the oppressor have committed against our people, they are going to be bewildered by all of the destruction that has come to this place. And guess what? The destruction is going to come to them too, man. Keep going to verse 10.
Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city. This mighty place. You understand what I'm saying? This mighty place that boasts in everything that it does. You understand? This mighty place that controls all the laws and tell you can be a homosexual, you can be married, LGBTQ, and all this other stuff. Go ahead. For in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
For what?
For in 1 hour.
So, hey, that's that day. That's that time period. For in 1 hour. That's how fast it's gonna be. You ain't gonna have no time to react. You understand? It take the oppressor in all these other nations probably to launch a successful nuclear strike. It take probably longer than that for a nuclear missile to travel across the earth. Well, guess what? Christ and the angels, they're gonna do it, all of this destruction. Everything that this whole thing is described, it's gonna be done in 1 hour. 1 hour. That's how. And it could be. I mean, that just go to show you how powerful the Most High is. Like all of this stuff that they built up, All of this stuff for years. They've been building up armies and like, you know what I'm saying? This Space Force stuff ain't just come, just, you know, they just announced it this year. They've been working up to, first of all, they had to build spacecraft to even get to space. Since Reagan, like this has been in the works for a long time, right? And Reagan even mentioned it, like he said, this has been in the works for a long time. They've been preparing for this long time. Well, guess what? In 1 hour, the Lord is gonna destroy it just like that. 1 hour, everything that they worked hard to, all the bombs and let's just take a moment, a second to just soak this in. All the might and power and bombs and resources and money and everything that's going into what they feel is the apocalypse, or what they call it. You know what I'm saying? They call it, they put it in the movies as this like war with the angels. I mean, with the aliens, right? They have all these alien movies, alien invaders. You know, aliens. It's just Christ and the angels coming to show you who the Lord's wrath. You understand? In 1 hour. That's all it is. And guess what? They will not be victorious. That's what's going to happen, man. So it's time now to get ourselves together, because that day, that hour can come. We don't know. The scriptures say Christ is going to return like a thief in the night. We will not know the day or that hour. So it's best to be prepared, man. Why would you want to wait around and stop smoking a year from now when you can just do it right now? And guess what? If Christ come tomorrow, you good. Why wait? Why put off what you can do today? It ain't no different from that damn Everest commercial. You understand? You on the couch. You just sitting there. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't been doing nothing with yourself your whole damn life. You know what I'm saying? You watching this video right now. You've been watching class since, I done seen brothers, you know what I'm saying, get on Facebook, talk about, I've been watching class since before in the 90s and the 80s. You've been watching class since the 80s, my nigga? Like, real talk. And you stealing? What you doing with yourself? You watching class right now. You taking the breakdowns. You still calling Cross the Line Radio for breakdowns. You understand? Why don't you just join with your brothers? Zephaniah 2:1. Man, look, we gotta get it together, man. Fierce anger of the Lord is gonna come upon us very swiftly. And we here to tell you in the I.S.U.P.K, man, we here to warn you, really. It's a warning. Just like, you understand, Noah warned the people back then. We're warning you, man. Get in the truth, man. Call a school nearest you. Contact the priest and prophet of the school near you, man. In the I.S.U.P.K, man. And the Commander General YAHANNA. You understand, man? We got a barbecue, a cookout, the I.S.U.P.K South Cookout coming. You understand? October 10th through 12th, that whole jam-packed weekend, it's gonna be fire, man. I'm talking about, y'all already know how Texas do it. Y'all know how we get down, man. You understand? Y'all know how Houston get down. You understand? We're gonna make sure all accommodations are met. You understand? You know, it's going down, man. Make sure y'all there, man. Y'all don't want to miss this cookout, man. You understand? It's going to be a glorious thing. Our brothers and sisters getting together, having a glorious time, enjoying the weekend, man. You understand? Like October 10th through 12th, man. Make sure you mark your calendars. You are going to regret missing this day if you don't come. I'm telling you that. You understand what I'm saying? Also, we have a high holy day. You know what I'm saying? We're going to say it in the security announcements. Salakia, do you have the security announcements? Okay. So we're going to reiterate this in the security announcements, but we also have, I'm going to say it right now, we have I believe it's the Feast of First Fruits, right? Correct, sir? Yeah. Feast of First Fruits, September 28th. You understand? We're going to be here at the school. If you need the address, all you got to do is contact somebody over the I.S.U.P.K Houston online classes page. We can get the address to you. You understand what I'm saying? So we will be celebrating our high holy day, which is the Feast of First Fruits on September 28th. You understand? That's how we do it. We don't celebrate birthdays. We don't celebrate the oppressors' holidays, pagan holidays. We celebrate our culture. We celebrate our holiday, high holy day, Salakia. You understand? And our next high holy day is September 28th. You understand? Feast of First Fruits. Make sure you there and you here with us. You understand what I'm saying? With that, man, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. www.ISUPK.com. You understand? Pay your tithes because those tithes are important. You've been giving all your money to the Christian church all this time, and they have not done anything productive with this money. You understand what I'm saying? Commander General YAHANNA, take this money, and the generals and you know what I'm saying, the brothers that's in charge, take this money, you understand, and provide, you know what I'm saying, programs for food. You know, we feed the homeless. We go inside the prisons, you understand, and wake up our people. You understand? We have buildings, we have security. You understand? All the technology to be able to get this truth out to our people. That's what we do with this tithe money, man. So make sure not only is it a commandment, but you should be doing it because Commander General YAHANNA deserves it, man. You understand? He's a great leader of this nation that really cares about his people and make sure his people get what they need, man. I'm a living witness to that. You understand what I'm saying? So pay your tithes to the men of the Lord and I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Click the donation link. And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Officer Matazar for the security announcements.
This is the security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world, and if they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, by Asherah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests is not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. What is it? The memorial of trumpets. Okay, Feast of First Fruits. It's March 28th. It's not March 28th. Okay, September 28th. And okay. If anyone wants to be a trooper,
it's going to be September 28th. It's Leviticus 23 and 10 through 22.
All right. If you want to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, headband, and scarf. You know what I'm saying? With that, Shalom, Yahweh, Shem, Yahweh, to the brothers. Shalom, Yahweh, Shemar, all about to the sisters.
No, go back. It is the memorial blowing of the trumpet. So that I don't want to mess that up. Now, for real. Memorial blowing of the trumpets. First day of the 7th month, Saturday, September 28, 2019. Leviticus 23, 24 to 25. Salakia.